Everyone, let's understand generators in Python. So generators let you pause and resume functions. So if you have written a generator function, it will remember where it let off. So instead of returning everything at once, it sends back one item at a time using yield. Let's understand this with the help of an example. So I'll first write a regular function. So let's call it getNumbers. And here we'll return 1, 2, and 3. Now what happens when I call this function? So let's call this function inside print to get numbers, save and run. So this works, but the whole list is built in memory even if you only want the first number, let's say. Now let's see how we can write the same thing using generator function. So let's define a function. I'll comment this for now. So here let's define a function and I'll call it as getNumbers. And here we'll use a keyword called yield. So yield 1, and let's add another line yield 2, and then another line yield 3. Now let's call this function. I'll take a variable and we'll call getNumbers. Now here while printing, I can just use next and pass the value that we are getting when we are calling this function. So when we call this function, it doesn't run the function right away. It returns a generator object, and then we are using the next function to get the first value. So the function pauses at each yield and resumes where it let off next time. Let's first go ahead and run this. So I have 1 now, right? And for now it has paused. So if I go ahead and print the next one, it is going to print the next number. And similarly, if I go ahead and do this, it will return us the third number. So basically the function is pausing at every yield and it is resuming where it let off the next time. Now let's do one more example, and this time we will use a loop with generator. So I'll remove this. Let's create a function and name it count up to, and then we'll pass a number. Let's take a variable number and let's assign a value as 1, and we'll do a while loop here. So while this number 1 is less than or equals to n, till then we want to run this loop. But here we are not going to print all the numbers. So we will rather do yield and then number, and then we'll also increment the number by 1 because you also want to exit the loop, right? Now let's run a for loop. So I'll say for number in this, and then we'll pass a number as 5, and here we will print the number. So when this gets executed, and because we have used yield, it will only send the current number and then it will pause and it will continue the loop the next time it's called. So let's go ahead and run this. So here yield num sends the current number, and then num plus equals to 1 prepares the next number, and then the function pauses and continues the loop the next time it is called. So this is really helpful if you're working with a very large file. So let's say if you have a file with millions of lines, and reading the whole thing into memory would be dangerous, right? So with a generator, we can read one line at a time and can achieve memory efficiency. Let's do one more example. So we'll create a generator for paginated data. So I'll take a function and call it getPages. Here in the parameter, we'll take data and the page size. Now let's run a loop. So for I in range 0, length of the data and page size. So this loop starts at 0 and goes up to the length of the data. And we have also added a step here. So it is going to step by page size each time. So for example, if data has 10 items and let's say page size is 3, then I will be 0, 3, 6 and 9. Now we'll use yield, then data, I plus page size. So here as we are using yield, so instead of returning all pages at once, it yields one page, as in one slice of the list at a time. So basically the function will pause after yielding each page and resumes where it left off on the next iteration. Let's go ahead and try this out. I'll take a variable and call it items. Let's give a list. We'll give the range from 1 to let's say 11. So basically this is going to give us numbers from starting with 1 and till 10. Now let's run a loop on the get pages. So for page in and then get pages, here we first have to pass the data, which is nothing but the items in our case, and we will give the page size as 3. And now let's print the page. So on each loop, get pages yields a chunk of the list, and that chunk is your page of the data. Let's go ahead and run this. This doesn't have to be under square brackets. I'll remove this. Let's save and rerun. So here we got the paginated data, and with every loop, because we are using yield, the function pauses till the next iteration. So instead of loading the full data at once, we process it in pages, as in small chunks. And of course, this is making it more memory efficient, and it is easier to work with large data sets, and especially if you're dealing with APIs or web scraping or even file processing. So that's all on generators, and I'll see you in the next one.